Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother in a small house at the edge of a forest. When the pigs grew up, their mother told them it was time to build their own houses to live in. So, the 3 pigs said goodbye to their mother and set off on their journey, each determined to create their own home. The eldest pig, who was quick-witted but a bit lazy, decided to build his house out of straw. He thought it would be quick to build so he could spend the rest of his time playing. In just one day, he finished his straw house. Proud of his work, he felt it was good enough. The second pig, who was a bit more careful but still liked things to be done quickly, chose to build his house out of wood. It took him a few days to complete a stronger house than his brothers. This house will be sturdy enough to protect me, he thought. The youngest pig, the most hard-working and wise of the 3, understood that to have a durable house, he would need to invest more effort. So he decided to build his house out of bricks and cement. He worked tirelessly, placing each brick carefully and constructing solid walls. It took him a whole week to finish his sturdy brick house. After the houses were completed, the 3 pigs happily settled into their new homes. But little did they know, a dangerous wolf was lurking in the forest nearby. One day, as the 3 pigs were enjoying their new homes, a cold wind blew through the forest, signaling the arrival of the menacing wolf. The wolf, sneaky and stealthy, crept into the forest, his eyes glowing with hunger. He could smell fresh meat, especially pig meat, and he could not resist. He approached the first house, the straw house of the eldest pig. The wolf knocked on the door and called, "Little pig! Little pig! Let me in!" The eldest pig, peeking out from the window, saw the giant wolf outside. He was scared but tried to stay calm and replied, "I will not let you in, wicked wolf. You can't come in." The wolf, without hesitation, took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The straw house shook and collapsed instantly. The eldest pig ran out in panic, fleeing toward the wooden house of his second brother. The second pig, seeing his brother running toward him, quickly opened the door and said, "Come in, quick, the wolf is chasing us." But before they could close the door, the wolf appeared before the wooden house. The wolf sneered, little pigs, open the door for me." The second pig, just like his brother before, firmly refused. "We will not let you in, you evil wolf." The wolf did not say another word. He took a deep breath and blew once more. The wooden house shook violently, and it, too, collapsed. The 2 pigs ran out and fled to the brick house of their youngest brother. The youngest pig saw his brothers running toward him and quickly closed the door, saying, "Hurry in! The wolf is coming!" The 3 pigs rushed inside the brick house, panting and looking nervously outside. They heard the wolf's heavy footsteps approaching. The wolf, now furious, came to the brick house and howled, little pigs, let me in. You cannot hide forever." But the 3 little pigs were not afraid. The youngest pig stood firm and replied, "You will not get in, evil wolf." The wolf, furious and determined, took a deep breath and blew with all his strength. But no matter how hard he blew, the brick house stood firm. He tried again, but the house did not budge. Exhausted and angry, the wolf decided to climb onto the roof and enter through the chimney. The 3 pigs saw the wolf climbing onto the roof and quickly ran to the upper floor, waiting. When the wolf began to descend the chimney, the youngest pig grabbed a hot pot and poured boiling water into the chimney. The wolf was scalded and fell out of the chimney, running away into the forest, never to return. The 3 little pigs, after their fierce battle, had finally triumphed and lived happily ever after in the sturdy brick house of the youngest pig. From that day on, they learned the important lesson that patience, hard work, and thoughtful planning would help them overcome any challenge in life. As time passed, the 3 little pigs lived happily in the brick house. They no longer feared the wolf, but they always remembered the lesson they had learned. The eldest pig, after seeing how strong and secure the brick house was, felt deeply regretful for having built his house out of straw. He knew that if he had built a stronger house back then, their family wouldn't have faced such danger. The eldest pig promised himself that next time he would build a house that was just as strong as his younger brother's. The second pig, although his wooden house was stronger than the straw house, also felt fortunate that it hadn't collapsed right away like the straw house. However, he understood that only the durability of a brick house could provide real long-term safety. The second pig decided to learn more about building houses so he wouldn't make the same mistake again. As for the youngest pig, the one who had built the brick house, he remained humble. He knew that hard work, patience, and careful thinking were the keys to success in life. He was proud of his home, but even prouder that he had been able to protect his brothers during the danger. One day, after some time had passed, the 3 little pigs decided to throw a small party to celebrate their safety and happiness. They invited other animals from the forest to join. Rabbits, squirrels, deer, and many other creatures came to join the fun. Together they sang, danced, and shared delicious food. As the celebration continued, the youngest pig looked up at the sky, thinking about all that he had learned and the road ahead. He knew that no matter how challenging life could be, with perseverance and determination, anything could be overcome.